Hello everyone, how you doing? Welcome to GametechUK. Welcome to Astragon. We're live on both channels. We're live here on GametechUK on YouTube and Astragon on YouTube and maybe Twitch as well. We're live everywhere. How are you all? Lovely to see you. Lovely to be playing Seafarer, the ship sim again. This is the first big update. There have been sort of small incremental bug fixes, improvements. Of course, it's early access, but this is the first sort of content drop update for the game, and it's an exciting one. So I'm going to play some of those features today, and then later on, in probably about an hour's time, we're going to get Photius, who is the lead level designer. You've seen him and heard him before on the Astragon channel and this channel when I played along with him and Lawrence on the Gamescom stage, playing the game for the very first time. So that was cool. So we're going to get him in and we're going to ask questions, just generally have a nice relaxed chat. So if you have got any questions, put them into the live chat and the lovely people at Astragon will get them to me, and then when we get Photius in, we can have a chat and just relax and play. It's a fun game. It's a very, very promising game. The new ships are massive, absolutely huge, and the game really does give you the sense of scale that you get with the big ships. So I'll be showing you all of that. And funnily enough, I was saying to someone the other day, it's quite a busy time for me at work this time of year, as it is for everyone, but I'm not getting much game time at the moment. And the only games that I seem to be playing is Seafarer and Battlefield 6. So it's up there for me. I'm a big fan of the game, as you know. And yeah, so we're going to say some hellos. We're going to say some hellos in the Astragon chat. A massive thank you to Astragon for sponsoring this video. And yeah, let's get on with it. Who have I got in the GameTech UK chat? We've got Tweet, hello. We've got Gordon, hello. Phantom, Kim City, Stephen Carter. We've got FL Cool, Stephen Lawler. How are you all? I'm going to check the Astragon chat now. We've got Cosmo Builder, GTA 6 Love Hype. We've got Cosmo Builder and the Stuntman as well. And of course, we've got Astragon in the Astragon chat as well. So feel free to leave us a little like wherever you are, be it on the Astragon or the GameTech UK. And most importantly, if you want to support the developer, leaving a wish list on Steam is a really, really great way. Similar to leaving a like or a share on YouTube, it really helps the Steam algorithm understand what people are enjoying, what people are looking forward to. So wish listing a game really does help get it to the forefront of what Steam is offering. And of course, it's on sale. You can play this. It's available. I think in the UK, it's £20 at the moment, which is a great price. And yeah, like I say, this is the big first update. So let's get in and we will start playing. So the first one, actually, let me read you out before we start. Let me read you out a sort of basic list of what this update actually includes, and then I'll be physically showing you most of those updates today. So the first update is the fleet. There's 3 new ships, and they're very, very large. It really does show the scale of the game. So I think you're going to be quite impressed with them. We've got the liquid nitrogen gas Nordic Duchess, that's a mouthful, which is obviously the gas container. We've got Big Trip, which is an absolutely huge ship. It really, really is. And we've got Bulk Willy. So we've got Bulk Willy here as well. There's enhanced Crescent Port logistics gameplay. There's new container gameplay for the bigger ships and bigger containers, including special cranes and operations, which I haven't tried out, so I'm going to try it out for the very first time on stream. All new bulk gameplay with special shovel cranes and bulk materials. Introduction of LNG gameplay, including pressure handling and special manifold charging and discharging operations. You are really, really going to be impressed with that, and that's probably one of the first ones that I'm going to show you. There's more jobs. There's container delivery in the container ship, gas delivery, bulk cargo delivery. There's Dracodellen, highlight of the year. There's a practice course for firefighting. There's an update to the tug operations. And there's also the, which I will be chatting to Photius about, the introduction of event mission system and just different events that you come across while you're out, such as stranded boats, sightseeing where you have to take pictures of stuff, and debris as well. So now we can get in. And of course, some of you may have already been playing this, because if you're part of the early access purchase, you can opt into the public preview beta. So if you've been doing that, you've been playing this as well. If not, it's going live in about an hour's time. So if you haven't purchased yet, it's a great time to purchase. If you have purchased and you don't really do the sort of the betas, this will be released into the early access sort of version of the game in about an hour. Right, okay. Let me know. It might have been tweet. Yeah, it might have been. Let me know about volumes. Yeah, okay. So actually, what we're going to do, we're going to end this session and we're going to go to quick play so I can show you it as quick as possible. Okay, so we're going to go to quick play. The first one that we're going to do is we could do the big trip. Yeah, let's do the big trip. So we're going to transport to Mettenden, and that's the big ship. It's absolutely huge. It really is. So a distributor in Mettenden is waiting impatiently for a large delivery of goods. The consignment contains a lot of trendy products. PlayStation 5s probably. So haste is required so they don't miss the boat on the trend. This requires a capable captain, me, who can keep to the critical schedule. Load the freighter, secure the cargo, steer the freighter to the port of destination, release the cargo, unload the freighter. That's what we're going to do. So it's the quickest way for me, because obviously in the game you have to, earn your money, earn your money. So it's this is the quickest way for me to show you. Okay, let me just double check that's all good. Right, okay. Yeah, I think the first thing that you're going to be impressed with is not only the sort of graphical quality of the ship, but the sheer sense of scale. It's absolutely huge. It really is. And we'll have a look around for a few minutes first.
Captain.
Yeah, they all know me. They know me. Of course they know me. I'm the captain, aren't I? So yes, let's have a look around. Yeah, it's very, very big. Let's find some stairs. How do we get into this boat? We can spawn into different parts of the boat, as you probably know. But I'd like to find my own way in just for a minute. Here we go. There's our first. They're all waiting for me. There we go. So let's go up. But yeah, the sense of scale of the ship is, and you'll see it when I obviously take the helm and then go third person. It is absolutely huge. It's very, very impressive what they've done with the ships. We have got a container ship in the game already, but this is far bigger than that. It really is. So that's. I think we've got to go up the other end, haven't we? Yeah. Afternoon, kettle's boiling, settling in for a cozy stream. So if you have got any questions for Photius about the update, about the game, no, I'm gonna spawn in there. About the update, let's go to the engines. About the game in general, then you are more than welcome to post it now. You don't have to wait for him to come in. The lovely people in the Astragon chat and my chat will collate those, and then when he comes in we can bombard him with those questions. Game is low. Let me turn that up a little bit. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, this is the engine room. I think there's maybe 2 engines. Yeah, this one. Yeah, there's 2 huge engines, and they are massive as well. But yeah, this reminds me of a first-person map in something like GoldenEye. we should be able to have guns in it. I'm just joking. But yes, this is the ship.
Ahoy!
So obviously this is where you're going to have to come as well to change your oil, change the filters. Not in quick play, but if you're doing it in career and you actually buy this ship, then yeah, you are going to have to look after it as well. Let's go up to the decks and go up to the bridge. Okay, so this is the bridge. Now you can start to see just some of the sense of scale there. It's a great bridge as well. It really is. You get to literally see everything. But yeah, you can see here the sheer sense of scale. And obviously we control them as well. It's very, very cool. Very cool. Let's shut that door. And I'll show you it from a third-person angle, just to give you an idea of the scale. And let me tell you, I hope we get to the night time, because this ship, with all the night lights on, all reflecting against the different containers, oh, it looks so cool. But yes, this is the ship. So we're going to dock.
Ready your containers. Set. Go.
Okay, so let's swap to one of the containers. But there's so many elements of gameplay to this game, all very varied, all very cool. It's a lot of fun, and you can concentrate on the bits that you want. Oh, I'm loading. Hang on a minute. I thought there was one on the back there. There's not. Is there? Hang on. Yes, there is. I think the problem is I haven't extended. Oh, now this is going to mess me up now. Maybe it does it automatically. Load the containers onto the ship. Yeah, 40 foot. Oh. let's look at help. Great. Okay, Q&A. Yeah, here we go. Whoo. Trust me, eh? There we go. Oh, that was close. That was a bit of a panic moment. Oh god. Yeah, that was a panic moment, but it's totally fine now. Okay, we need to find a space to actually put the container. Yeah, there was a bit of panic there, but it's fine. I pulled it out the bag. So if you're in the Astragon chat, feel free to say hello. I will be checking the chat in a minute, and of course feel free to put any questions regarding the update or the game in general. If you have been playing and you want to ask a question, we're going to get one of the lead level level designer into the stream chat. You'll be able to see him as well. He'll be on webcam. So that is one thing I like about Astragon and their games. They're always happy to communicate and let everybody know what's going on. And if you're going into... That's a tight fit. If you're going into early access, then you need or want... I'm not sure that is going to fit there, you know. No. You need or want good communication. That's what you want. It's fine. No, is that going to fit? It is going to fit. I'll make it fit. There you go. Oh, that's really tight in there. Look at that. Hello, Simrace. I've seen your streams before. Always great to watch. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. And we are, of course, live on the Astragon YouTube channel as well, and I think they're Twitch. I'm not sure. If you are, hello. But yes, there are Astragon staff members in the YouTube chat for the Astragon page, so feel free to say hello to them. Feel free to check out the game on Steam. In pounds, it's £20 at the moment, which is a good price. There's a lot going on in the game, and there's only going to be more going on in the game. It's early access, and this is the first sort of big content drop in their early access program, which started a couple of months ago, if that. So they're getting the content out rather quickly already. Where was it? It was down there, wasn't it? Alright, let's see if I can get a better fit this time. No. That should do it. That's gonna do it. I've picked the real tightest place I could possibly think of. The thing is, it's quite a large container. There you go, that's fine. Beautiful. Gordon says he's been playing Seafarer and it's the best ship game he's played. I love it. I think it's great. The one thing I don't do much of, I don't know why, is the firefighting. I don't seem to... That's the beauty of a game like this, where it's got different disciplines, would you call it? Oh, we've got to go to the other crane. Yeah, where it's got different disciplines, if you're not really into one particular thing... I don't know the reason I don't play much of the firefighting. Maybe because I play firefighting from Astragon as well. But I prefer the ship containers. Here we go. Let's put this out longer. But you can concentrate on the career in the game that you want to. There we go. So we're up this end of the ship now. Obviously, before we were down there, there's two different cranes. So we're gonna... pull this up. That's it. Right, we're connected. Yes, now we're connected. Right, it looks like there's a little bit more room this end of the ship. And if you've got any questions, feel free to ask them now for when Photius, the lead level designer, comes in, and then that way we have some questions ready to go, ready to bombard him with. You can ask whatever you want, anything about the game, anything you want. It can be about the game in general, the way the levels are designed. Maybe you're wondering why a level was designed in a particular way, or you've got an idea, or you've got a question about this first update, or what's coming next. Obviously he's only going to be able to share what he's allowed to share, but you can certainly ask what's coming next, and you know, put in your feedback. That's a sign of an open developer that's willing to come in, not scripted in any way. There's no oh, I can't get this in here. There's no pre-approved questions. Just ask what you want to ask. They can only say no, can't they? I think that's going in now. Okay. Oh, I'm not sure. Yes. How are you going to find these containers on the ship so you lock them down and lash them up? I don't think I have to lock them down and lash them up. You are right though in asking that, Lawler. Absolutely. Yeah, I don't think we have to do that. I don't think so on these bigger ships. Maybe that's done as an automatic process. You're right. It would be like a maze. It's difficult enough on some of the smaller ships, isn't it, to find the lashings. Especially when you get that last one. You're on like 70. You're on like 69 out of 70 lashings, and you're like, oh my god, where is it? Probably a bit more specific than that, Gordon. You know. But you are more than welcome to ask any question you like. Prize for the most interesting one. I'm making this up now. There are no prizes. You just get your questions answered. Right, this is the last one. Oh, it's really tricky to get these 40-foot containers in there. Really tricky. Well, it's tricky for me anyway. There are different views. You know, you can look through different views, but I do prefer doing it from here. Hello, Seaside, how are you? Could do with some lights. Yes, you're right. I wonder if I could go to the ship. That is a good idea. I'm just gonna test something, right? I'm gonna go to... Oh no, should be able to do it from here actually. There's the outer lights. Ah, this is the lights for the crane, isn't it? Yeah, that's the lights for the crane. So I suppose theoretically I could go onto the boat and turn those lights on. Should we do that just to see if that actually works? So let's go to your own vessel. That's fine. Let's go to the bridge. Oh no, we should be able to do it from here. Lights, outer lights. Yeah, just the outer lights. Let's try that. So now let's swap back. Go to container, that one there. No, it's not helping me that much, but look how cool those sort of cozy lights look in between the containers. I really do like that. Okay. I'm making such a meal out of this, but you expected that, didn't you? You didn't expect anything else. I think I've got to go over to the right a little bit. No, let's try and move in here then. Oh yeah, we got it. We got it. I suppose they have got to be that tight though, haven't they?
Better than Tetris.
Better than Tetris. It is. It is better than Tetris. Right, let's just move this out the way. Is the ship Willy coming out too? Is the ship Willy coming out too? Yes, Luca, it is. Let me check the Astragon chat because I want to involve everybody as well. It's night, so it should look pretty at night. Yes, check ride. Let me get onto the boat. Let me get onto there. Go to the bridge. Take the helm. And then go third person. But yes, it looks very, very nice of a night. Yeah, look at that. It looks really cool, doesn't it? As tight as possible. More containers is more money. Check ride. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, yeah. And someone said, if you don't see a thing down there, why not light up the crane? So you are absolutely right. Yeah. So don't forget, put your questions in, and they will be all collected. And then when we get Photius in, we will ask him. Okay, so let's go. Now, one thing that people mentioned, especially on the smaller boats, was the sense of speed. When I played it before, and I do agree in some ships, the sense of speed, it was almost like they're too fast. This container ship, the Big Trip, has absolutely got it right. It's really slow to manoeuvre. It's fine once you get going, but yes, it's slow to manoeuvre. Of course it would be. And it's very, very long as well. I mean, look, you know, look at the sense of scale of the person standing there. So I'm going to try and drive it in its, or sail it in its best possible way, just to showcase properly. I feel like it's still docked, but it's not. It says K to dock, so it must be undocked. Just go full speed for a second. I'm going to dock and undock. I feel like it's still still docked. So let me just dock. Now I'm going to undock. I think that might be alright. Just going to get a bit of speed up just to get the engines moving. And if we focus on something like that blue, the bit of blue with the crane, we should be able to see that the ship is moving. I don't think I've got the anchor down. No, I haven't. No. There's the horn. That is a healthy horn. I think you'll agree. There we go, we're moving now. You can see the crane coming just a little bit closer. So we're moving now, that's cool. Yeah, so it does take quite a while to get up to speed. Of course it would. This is absolutely huge, isn't it? There we go. So we're going to sort of slowly do a 3-point turn. Slowly. Hello Lind, hello Pugwash, how are you? But yes, I've got 2 more large ships to show you. The next one, which I'll show you after this, I won't do the full journey. I will do some fast travel in this, because you don't want to just watch an open sea journey. We want to show you what they've got. But the gas ship, the Nordic Princess, is it's so cool. And there's some really nice touches on there as well, which I will show you. Right, we're going to steer to the right just a little bit, just to edge out that front so I can pull the ship around. No, I don't think, Gordon, this one has got side thrusters. If you look over on the right, I think it's just got one main rudder, I think. Whereas some of the other ships, yeah, they have got three, haven't they? Where you can hold down the left or the mouse button to do it. But on this one, it looks like it's just got one. Does the game simulate accidents at sea where you lose containers overboard? That would be a good one to ask Photius, because I think at the moment the answer is no. But what a great... And they must have planned for that. They must have something in mind for that, for maybe losing cargo. So that is a great one. If the lovely people over Astragon would like to just copy and paste that into Discord, that can be asked. Why are we not moving? We're moving, but we're not coming out. Let me go the other way. See what's happening to the ship. Why I can't get out. Maybe I've overloaded it. Okay, that's definitely there. Okay, that's fine. That's it. So now if we swing round to the right now, we've got the back end out. I think that's the official term for it. Yeah, if there's dynamic weather and waves, it'll probably happen. Yeah, it'd be a good question to ask them if they've got plans for that, because I think that would be great. Yeah, yeah. There would be some, what's the word? Some, oh God, I can't think of the word. Like trepidation on the journey, planning the journey more, taking care of the engine and the speed a little bit more. Hello, Jordan, how are you? I can't seem to get this ship out. It's like magnetised to the dock. It's coming. We just want to go forward a little bit, really, don't we? And then we can just do a nice slow turn.
It's easy to lose your sense of scale on a ship like this.
It is. It really is. Okay, what we'll do is let's try and reverse out then. Maybe it wants to reverse out better. Right, we're getting somewhere. Okay. Okay, that's fine. That's it. Maybe there's more power from the rear. I'm not sure. No, parking brake isn't on. But that's fine. We can do that. We can do it that way. That's either way. It's not a problem, is it? In fact, it's probably better to go over there and just straighten it up. That's probably the best way to go. But you can see there's a good sense of scale there. That's it. Right, bear with me, alright? It's a new ship. It's a new ship, alright? Right, we're going to check the Astragon chat as well. Shouldn't be this slow, low. No, that was probably me. That it's actually getting better now. That was me. Yeah, I think if we sort of make our way out there and turn, and yeah, away we go. Is it full of Temu orders? Maybe. Maybe it is. But you can see the lights. I mean, it looks very cozy in there, doesn't it? Even though it's probably not a cozy job, it looks cozy. Okay. Hello, Giggles. How are you? And yeah, whichever stream you're in, whether it be this one or the Astragon stream, feel free to leave us a like, maybe a comment, maybe a message in the comment section once the stream has run its live course and it's as a video. If you're watching it now live, you can post some questions into the chat. We're going to get Photius, who's the lead level designer, into the chat. You'll see him as well. Got his webcam all connected up. So that will be in about an hour, something like that, maybe just over. I want to get 2 missions done, then get him in for the 3rd one. Right, now we can twist the front round. Yeah, I think this was a better manoeuvre anyway, actually. Can we have a tour of the bridge when you start your journey? Yeah, of course. I definitely won't crash while that's happening. Right, now we can take the reverse thrusters off. And left thrust. And that should be us absolutely sorted now. Should. Obviously, if I'm going from reverse to forward, there's going to be a bit of a delay before the momentum takes over. Yeah, you can see that's working perfectly. No, Giggles, this is already released. Yeah, I did show it in early access a few weeks ago. This is the first sort of big content drop new ship that we're showcasing now. And lots of other things. So no, it's already out. It's about 20 something dollars, £20. I'm not sure what the dollars would be, but yeah, it's already out, and you can already play it. If you've already got the game, you can opt into the public sort of beta, the preview section. If you don't like doing that, you just want to go for the full sort of release each time. That release is in about 25 minutes, something like that. Thank you, Check Ride from the Astrogon. I'm quite pleased with that, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. Right, now we've got momentum. Everything will be absolutely fine. It's a really nice bridge, actually. Really nice. Quite cosy up here. Should we have the signal? Should the signal lights be on when you're doing stuff like this? I don't know. I can't see the signal lights. Well, maybe they're more subtle than I'm looking for. Better than most of my attempts to get underway. Yeah, well, when there's people watching, you generally try and do your best. Right, okay, so we're going up here. Where are we actually delivering it to? We are delivering it to up here, Mettenden, isn't it? So we'll have a look around. We'll come out of here, and then we'll do some fast travel there, because one of the great things about the game is the length of journeys. You know, they can be really long journeys, and this is quick play. So this is almost like, I suppose, the arcade side of the game, where you're not going to get everything that you get. You're not going to get your full money. This is just like if to have a go. Once you're in Korea, the new update actually puts in events such as ships in distress. Someone might say, oh, can you take some pictures of that for me once you go past a new location, or there's debris in the way and you report the debris. So in those long journeys, it's not just like, okay, this is good, there's going to be things to look out for. And of course, you can't just sit there with your engines on full. I've learnt that myself. You do have to look after your engines, otherwise you're forever going down to the engine bay, replacing your oil, the air filter, the fuel filter. You have to look after it. So it's very good for those that like a long journey, want to settle in, maybe even have a bit of Netflix on. You know, it's that sort of game where you can relax on along with it. A bit like Euro Truck, really. You know, you have a podcast on. Alternatively, if you don't want to do that, or you haven't got time to do that, like we haven't today, because I want to show you the content, not so much of the journey, you can use fast travel. So it's sort of it's trying to please everyone, and I think that's a good thing. In terms of the bridge, let's have a look around. So yeah, this is the bridge here, and it's really cool. It is really, really cool. So here is our map, actually. It's that way up, isn't it? Yeah. So yeah, we're going there, basically. And there's going to be a lot more of the map unlocked as well as you go through the early access program with the developers and Astrogon. But there's a good sense of scale, isn't there? That's what I like about this ship. You know, I thought the last container that was included in the release of the game was big. This is absolutely huge. And there's a lot of traffic. You can turn down the traffic as well if you're having performance issues. You can turn down the rest of the traffic. I've just got mine on normal. But yeah, it's a fun experience, and it's quite unique in its approach. And I like the fact that it's early access, and I like the fact that it's early access with Astragon, because they're proving that, you know, already they're open to communication. The updates are coming. Certainly the initial bug fixes come thick and fast. They've been working on this content drop, so yeah, it's very encouraging where the future of the game is going to go. Okay, so it is taking a while to get up to speed. I think we've got some crosswinds as well, so we might do some fast travel in a minute. You can see I'm sort of being pulled over to the side. Sit around and chill, that's it, yeah. Play a ship sim game during the journey. You could do, yeah. Feels like flight sim, but ship sim. I think that's a compliment, don't you? I think that is, I think that's what they're after. I mean, we are going forward, as you can see, but we are also going over to the right. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to fast travel a little bit out of this port. So this is the way you fast travel. You can put in and then F for fast travel, and you'll see it. Now, when you're doing this in quick play, it doesn't really matter. But if you're doing this in career, it will work out how much fuel you would have used. See, it's not like a free thing. You're going to have to pay for it somewhere. I mean, look, that's a massive ship anyway, but you can see it's dwarfed by the big trip. Cosmo from the Astragon chat says, speaking of the big trip, I have a feeling there could be a larger container ship way down the line. It's possible. Put it as a question. Rewrite it as a question to Photius. Have they got plans for bigger ships? I'll ask him. I'll ask him when we come in. Hello, Stretch. How are you? Yep, very much like flight sim, but with ships. Love it. Yeah, yeah. It's too big to tow with the towboat. Yeah. Oh, we're getting momentum now. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. It's quite interesting, actually. Where this water looks just fantastic as well, doesn't it? Look at that. Look. I do love the water physics and the graphics in this game. I really do. I mean, that looks. It looks fantastic, doesn't it? What do you play? Do you play first person or do you play third? I usually play third, I think. Yeah, just to enjoy the sheer scale of the ships. First person is fun, it's nice, but yeah, I prefer third. And you've got radars and stuff like that, all of that's working. So you know you're coming up to land, there's a ship over to our right.
You stick to the schedule so you don't trigger a chain reaction.
First for you. Oh, okay, Gordon. Yeah. I tried the tow missions, but it crashed and the container ship hanging in the air. Okay. Well, they have done a lot of bug fixes for this one as well. And of course, it's early access. You have to expect things like that. You know, in early access, a lot of games, they fix one thing, and while they're working on a new feature, they might break something in that. But the idea is that as you sweep along in the early access program, the more feedback you give, so the more bugs that you report, and the more you come into their Discord, the Astragon Discord, to let them know and give them feedback. That's invaluable for developers, especially developers and publishers like Astragon, because they do listen. That's one of the benefits of them. They do listen. Right. Okay. So we've got a bit of a crosswind coming in from the right. So this bit in terms of streaming probably isn't that interesting to do the long journeys, but if I was on my own, I'd have some music on, a podcast, and just chill out with this now. Yeah, I don't know whether I'd be in first person or third, I don't know. I quite like the idea of first person and looking around the ship rather than being attached to that particular...
Ahoy!
Ahoy! We got some pirates on board. Yeah, I like to be able to look around And it's not very far before you can come back to the steering wheel and start steering again. You have to watch out for these little boats. They're a pain. People, they buy these little yachts and they think they can just sail wherever they want. You know, I'm bigger than you. But no, they like to just go across. Is there a storm? Yeah, there are storms. Yes, yeah. In fact, I was playing earlier, okay, admittedly in one of the smaller boats, and there were some of the biggest waves I've seen in the game so far. So I don't know whether that's something they've changed. But it was absolutely massive. Yeah, it was. It won't do much damage if you hit them. Not to us, no. Not to us. But it's cool. And like I say, you can control how much AI boats are in the water. But you want them in, don't you? Right, what we're going to do is, because time is getting on, 2:45 already. I can sit here for hours, but Photius is on a very tight schedule. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to fast travel for the rest of it. Or at least near there anyway. Let's do fast travel there. So either way, even if you do fast travel...
Look down once in a while and watch out for us little boats.
Nah.
How could anyone miss a ship like that?
Even if you fast travel, you've still got to sit on this screen. So you're not going to get away with the journeys. They are going to try you... They are going to try to immerse you in the length of the journeys one way or another. The best way is just to enjoy the journey and stick with the actual journey. But sometimes, you know, it's convenient to do this. What game is this? It's all in the title. Yep, Seafarer. Streaming wise, it wouldn't be too far. A flight sim, yeah, cruising in an airliner, there's not much to do, see, so you can just chat and hang out. Same thing with Seafarer. Exactly, check ride from the Astragon chat. You are absolutely right, yeah, yeah. And I can talk for England anyway, or any other country, come to that matter. I can talk for Germany if they want me to. But yes, it is nice just to do the journey and have a chat, yeah. Seafarer isn't in the title. I know, Pug, I thought that as I said it. Yes, you're right. It's Seafarer. But yes, if you've got any questions, hopefully they're being collected. So if you haven't put a question in, put a question into the chat. Think of a question. What would you like, you know, if you had the opportunity, which you have, to ask the lead level designer something about the game, what would you ask him? Because we're going to get him on stream in a minute with his webcam, so we'll be able to see him, and we're just going to have a chat. Yeah, so put your questions in and they will get collected. It's odd, in quick play it's capped at 12, but the base speed is 15. Oh, okay, okay, that's interesting. Right, so it does take a while. After you come out of fast travel, it puts you in a stationary position, so it does take a while to get them. There you go. You can see it's starting to move forward now. Are there pirates that tried to board the ship? It's a good question. Take it, Astragon. They'll have that. You have to water cannon them. What's been your favourite thing to develop work on? That's a good question. Yeah, that's a good question. We can ask him that. Yeah, hopefully Astragon are taking down these questions. I've got both of the chats open. We could do with more viewers, so feel free to leave a like whichever stream you're in, and a share as well. And don't forget, if you haven't bought the game yet, stick it on your wish list. It helps developers, the same as on YouTube. If you know, YouTubers ask for likes and shares, because it helps the algorithm. Steam has an algorithm, and the more people wishlist the game, Steam algorithm understands that it's something that people are interested in, and they start to recommend it to new people. So yeah, you know, a very small way to help out a developer, any developer, but in this particular case we're talking about Seafarer, is to stick it on your wish list. It really does help. How did you make the journey without using any fuel? It's in quick play, so it's like the arcade side, the quick have a go side. We're drifting. But there's many aspects to the game. Firefighting, you've got container deliveries, both on this big trip and a slightly smaller container ship as well. LNG gas, which I'm going to show you straight after this. We've also got a bulk carrier to carry things like sand and cement and all that sort of stuff, where you take control of the crane, which I haven't done. I'm going to do that while we get Photius in. So I'm going to do these two, show you these two ships, and then on the third ship I'll get him in and try and control a ship I haven't controlled before, whilst asking questions and monitoring questions to Photius. It'll be brilliant. Any whales or dolphins collectibles? Good question. Put that in the chat as well. Yeah, no fuel consumption in quick play, which is absolutely makes sense, doesn't it? It makes sense, doesn't it? But yes, if you're watching in my chat, feel free to go over and say hello to the guys in the Astragon chat. And if you're in the Astragon chat, you're more than welcome to come over to my channel, GameTechUK. Just search that into YouTube, and away we go. Right, how close are we? We're getting there. I think what we'll do is we'll do a little bit more travel, fast travel. Let's go there, because I want to show you the next ship as well. The next ship is fantastic. Okay, so we're going to... There we go, we're going over there. This is perfect. See, ordinarily, I would never use fast travel in something like this. Absolutely not. You know, I commit myself to a journey like this. But obviously... we don't want to use the entire stream just on the high seas. Right, let's get up to speed. So the 3 ships you are showing are all coming out soon. They're coming out like literally now. In about 10 minutes they'll be included in the early access version of the game. Yes, absolutely. And there's no, you know, paid for. It's all included in the game, which is great. And the game's currently priced at £20 in the UK, similar in dollars. So it's not a hugely expensive game, but it is a hugely ambitious game. I really like the team, and I think they're doing a very, very good job. Let me know if you feel the same. If you don't, that's fine. We can ask Photius questions. That's not a problem. If you want to ask probing questions, if he can't answer it, we'll say he can't answer it. It's not a problem. And he's coming in probably in about 15 minutes, something like that, 20 minutes. I do want to show the LNG gas very quickly, so we'll get this in. In fact, I'm tempted to come out, now I've shown you this, I'm tempted to come out and go to the gas. Let me know, Astragon, if you'd like me to do that. Hello, Codus, how are you? Haven't played in a week or so, looking forward to it. Yeah, so next time you do it, there'll be an update. The scale is pretty damn epic, it really is, yeah, it is. The scale is what sells it to me. And of course that water as well, I mean, look at that. It's very cool, isn't it? It's got NVIDIA Waveworks too. Now, I'm not exactly sure of the impact of that. I don't care as a player. All I know is, as a player, it looks really cool and believable as well. That's the most important thing, isn't it? Very excited to see where Seafarer goes. Quite a lot of potential in it. There is. And I like the fact that there's all these disciplines, isn't there? Firefighting, cargo, LNG gas, the Coast Guard. There's so many different ways that they can take the game in all of those different directions. It is really cool. It's a really good concept, and I'm really pleased that it's here. Absolutely. 390. I know, Codus. It's a popular one, isn't it? Yeah. So it's great to support the developers, and I love getting them on stream anyway. Like I say, I was on stage at Gamescom with Photius and Lawrence, who's the 2 lead developers, and they're really nice people. Double the waviness of Waveworks 1.0. You're right. Yeah, you're right. Yep. Right, we're not going to dock in this one. We're going to dock in the next one. So I think for those that not complain, that's too strong a word, but for those that mentioned and had a concern about the speed of the smaller ships. I think that's been answered here in the amount of time it takes to get these big beasts up and running to speed. Oh, I may be hitting that. Look away now if you're nervous. Look away. It's fine. Johnny, welcome back. Appreciate that, mate. Well, check right. Let's put that down. Word that as a question for Photius, and we will absolutely ask him that. Like I say, you can only say no, and there's no pre-scripted questions or areas that I'm not allowed to ask. If he doesn't know, or it's maybe confidential and he can't say, then he'll just say that. Other than that, ask him whatever you want. Oh, we're going too fast. We need to just slow down. I'm still going too fast.
Let's go.
There we go.
Bring those containers down.
Right, I'm not going to unload because that will take too long, but I've shown you the big trip, haven't I? Let's finish with that one. Now let's go to probably my favourite ship at the moment, which is the Is it the Nordic Princess? I'm right in saying that, aren't I? Let's have a look here. Nordic Duchess. I've just promoted her to a princess. Okay, so we won't do that at night. We'll do that in the afternoon. We won't have a thunderstorm, although it could look cool. I think we'll just go normal. Yeah, we'll just go clear. Okay, so we're going to. This ship is lovely. It really, really is. I've looked up the real ship as well. It's really cool. I've never seen one. Didn't even know it existed. One of the beautiful things about a video gaming, it can bring things into your mind and your, into your consciousness that you didn't even know existed. It's cool. Yeah, I suppose there's a balance that needs to be found between realism, slowness of these huge ships, and engaging non-boring gameplay. Exactly. It's always hard for the developers of any game, isn't it, to make it fun and make it into a video game. Yeah. Because if something is so close to the real thing, it may be that it's just going to be boring. But look at the scale of this ship in particular. I mean, I don't know what feels biggest, this one or the massive container ship. But you can walk along everywhere in these ships. It's not just like there's nothing really that's, off limits. The whole thing has been modelled and to a really, really good standard as well. Really good standard. I mean, you can literally go anywhere. There are some doors, of course, that don't open, but the majority do. There's deck 3. Got a cheeky little map as well. I went on a cruise ship last year for the first time, and the sense of scale you get is they're just humongous, aren't they? And I think this would probably be bigger than a cruise ship. I don't know on that actually. Do you think it would be? So here's the engines as well, or the engine start of the engine room anyway. Is there a Jane McDonald DLC? Yeah, if you behave yourself, there is. I mean, look at this. That's just got one huge engine then, hasn't it? Yeah. But again, if
Reporting for duty.
he's reporting for duty. If you're playing this in career, in your career mode rather than quick play, you're going to have either crew to fix this for you, or if you're going too fast, then you're forever going to be using different aspects of your engine, like the pump's going to wear out, or the air filters, oil. You're going to be down here replacing it. Johnny, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you, Johnny. It would be comparable to a cruise ship, says Check Right. Yeah. Right, okay, let's teleport to the bridge. And I think we've got a dock first. Let's have a look. Oh, look at the back as well, the life vessels. Fantastic. Right, okay, where have we got to dock? We've actually got to reverse up. Okay. I mean, it's humongous, isn't it? I think this, I don't know whether it's because of the lack of containers, but I feel this feels bigger than, what do you think? I mean, look at it, it's fantastic. I think it feels bigger than the big trip. I'll have to look up some stats actually to see which one's biggest. They probably are, Matt. Yeah, yeah. But yes, thank you for coming in. I'm going to show you some really cool elements of gameplay now. Really cool. And then we'll get Photius in. You are, Matt. You are. Okay, so we need to just reverse back. Yeah, you can obviously have crew members. I mean, look at the front. It looks really cool. I think they've just done a great job with the sense of scale and the quality of the ships as well. You know, they're not bad quality. They're really high quality, in fact. And the fact that it's just not that top bit that you can interact with. You know, you can go down to the engine bay and all sorts of places. It's fine. Let's just put the rear end out a little bit. That's it. Now straighten it up. We should be all right. If in doubt, full speed. But yes, very, very cool. Like I say, I think it's got a huge amount of potential to just be such an interesting sim. And I think the best thing is that depending on what you feel like playing, there's lots of different disciplines or areas of the game to concentrate on. If you just want to work with this ship and build your XP up that way, you absolutely can. No, all good, Kim. Pelvis Shaker from Australia says the attention to detail is awesome. It is. Right, we're going to dock here, and I'll show you some more attention to detail right now. Okay, so that was the right dock, wasn't it? Was that the right dock? Yes. Okay. So I'm going to put us straight down to the deck. Okay. Yeah, I'm very, very impressed and pleased with this gameplay that I'm about to show you. So, you know, not only have you got LNG ships in the game, you know, how does that affect gameplay? You know, it's important, isn't it, from a video game aspect? Well, this is how it affects it. Hello. So we're going to... the only problem is, I'm not sure this is the right... oh, maybe it is. Maybe it's around the other side. Hang on, bear with me, alright? I've only done this once. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. We're over here. I think I've come to the wrong place, haven't I? I have, yeah, I have. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Just to save time, I'm going to go back in. I'm going to restart it because it might put me a little bit closer to the dock, because I want to show you as much as possible. And yeah, I didn't realise the dock was actually around the other side. It's fine, it's fine. Yeah, the dock's behind me. Cosmo's got it from the Astragon chat. Are we collecting lots of questions? Photius is about to come in. So,
Ahoy!
make sure we've got loads of things to ask him. Let's go up to the bridge. Let's not do so much walking around and gawping at the fantastic detail. Right, where yeah, so this one is just up there. Okay, perfect. That's why I restarted it. It'd be quicker than going all the way around the other side. But at least I think it is anyway. Yeah, it is. Just behind us, this one. Yeah, the anchor does deploy, yeah. I don't know if you actually see it deploying. Oh, that's it. Can you put that down as a question, Biggie? Could you ask that as a question? If you word that as a question, that can be collated, and as soon as we get Photius in, we can ask him, do you actually visually see the anchor deploy? Or if not, is it a plan? That's a good question. if we move that rear end in, that's it. Yeah, not too much, Jason. There you go. I'm sure I will, Andrew. Yeah, of course. It's a fun game though, and there's enough detail going on the dock side. You know, it's just a fun game. I just really like it. And like I say, someone said to me the other day, "What are you playing?" And I was like, "Well, I'm playing Seafarer and Battlefield 6. They sort of, where my time is limited at the moment, it's sort of both of them games that fulfill in almost everything, apart from maybe some sim racing tomorrow." Right, we're going to dock now. Right.
The boat will be full in no time.
Okay. Here we go. Cut. Right, we need to go around the other side. I think it's best if we go here. Yeah, I hope you've got some questions ready for Photius. We want it to be happy and a long list of questions. And you got third person as well. Hang on. No, we've got to go through the other side. I haven't done it again though, have I? Have I done it again? Where's... Oh no, it's here. Oh, I thought I'd done it again then. It's fine, we're here now. Right, now I can show you some really cool gameplay. Okay, so the idea is that, you know, we've got to fill up with the liquid and nitric gas. So we're going to start by removing the cap. I don't know if you have to do it in a cross pattern, but I am. Okay, so that one's ready to fill up. We're only filling one pipe up at the moment, so that's where it's going to come in from. And then what we need to do is we need to get the remote control for the crane. Now, if you are going to play this yourself in a minute, and please let me know if you are, there is one button that you have to press, which I did struggle to start with, and they are going to include it into the sort of tutorial, but it's not there at the moment, and that's tab. So you have to click tab to put you between moving your man and moving the crane. So at the moment, I'm moving my man, and for a while I was like, okay, how do we do this? If you press tab, then it moves to the crane, as you can see. So keep that in the back of your mind, because it doesn't actually list it. I think it might do in there. No, it doesn't. So just keep that in mind. You know, if we press tab now, we'll go back to moving our character, which is handy because you can get him into position to make sure you've got the right position, and then hold press tab again, and then you'll be in control of that. So just keep that in mind. They are going to include it, obviously. And we've also got a view of the actual tank, which I think is cool. I prefer doing it from this view. Yeah, I think there's some really cool elements. There's one fantastic little attention to detail, which I'll show you in a second, which is really, really cool, and I was very happy to see. Can anyone guess what it is that hasn't seen it? Okay, press tab, which means we can move up. Press tab again, which puts us back to the pipe control. Being gas, what would happen to the pipe? Come on, you geniuses in here. We're going to press F to connect. Look at that! It freezes up. How cool is that? I was like, gulp! That's really cool. I love that. I think that's just fantastic. Yeah, so they've obviously, you know, done their homework, taken their time, and I just think that's really cool. It's these are little bits to detail that, you know, really does set it aside. So with the terminal, I think we're on tank number 4, aren't we? So we go to tank number 4, and we can start the pump. Now what you've got to do is, and I don't know if they're going to enhance this in any way, we don't want to go up into the yellow or red. So once it goes up there, we press the minus, and we try and keep it in as much as we can. I think I'd like them to enhance it a little bit and make it more, rather than just this up and down, maybe make it into some kind of quick time game where, I don't know. I'm not sure personally that's engaging enough, because it does feel quite slow as well. It feels slow, not feel, it actually feels quite slow. Yeah, but it's early access. This is the idea, you see. If you want to put your point across, the best way to do that is in the Astragon Discord, and then you can speak to the developers yourself. Yeah, I don't know what I want from it. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure this is what I want, but it's what it is at the moment. And other people might go, this is great. I'm not sure. But the fact that it freezes up, I think is fantastic. Now, the first time I put this on, I just left it all the way up to red. It does. The pipe explodes off, which is really cool, and it's a nice touch. But absolutely stretch. Yeah, if you leave it up, the pipe will explode off. So we're almost done. There we go. Let's come out of there. Look how frozen it is. Look, how cool is that? It goes back automatically. We don't have to do that. There's a lot of detail here, though, isn't there? There's a lot of, I think the thing I'm getting from it, there's a lot of love and there's a lot of detail. You can see that the developers want something a little bit different. And they've obviously done their homework, but this is freezing. You do not want to put your tongue on that. Please don't, okay? It'll be like in Dumb and Dumber. Okay, let's put these back. I'm going to cross-thread them, or alternate them, so we don't warp the cover.
Full tank. Thank you.
There we go. So now we're going to sail to Crescent Port. Again, I wouldn't normally keep teleporting around the ship. I would walk personally around the ship. But that's fine for this particular stream. We're going to do that. Why is the prompt not coming up for sailing? Unless I'm missing something. I don't think I am. I think everything's all back to normal. Everything's back to where it should be. But yeah, it seems at the moment the game chooses one of these pipes, and it's still frozen as well, which is cool. I wonder if we watch that, if it becomes less frozen or defrosted. At the moment, the game chooses one out of the 4 pipes, so I'm not sure in the future how,
Let me know if something doesn't go to plan.
if they're going to enhance that, so you're going to have more to do in that sort of leveling little program. But let's go up to the bridge.
Reporting for duty.
Yes, okay, hello. I don't know why this isn't sail to Crescent Port. Yeah, I'm not sure why that isn't working. Come on. Am I missing something? Take steering. Okay, yeah, that's fine. We'll do it that way. But yeah, look at that. It looks really, really cool. Do you like this ship? I did put the remote back, actually, Pixar. Yeah, I did, yeah. Now, this one actually isn't as sort of slow to get started as the Big Trip. This one feels a little bit more agile, which I suppose makes sense. There's a lot less weight, isn't there? So we'll just come out of here, and then what I'll do is we'll get... actually, I think it's available now. Is that right, Astragon? Is the update available now? So if you've purchased the game, you should get an update about now, and these ships will, and all these features we're showing, will be in the main version of the game without going to the public beta. But yeah, there's traffic and little bits going on. I've just hurt the ship. It's fine. Don't worry about that. That's it. Right. Let's just stay like that. No, don't. That's it. That's it. Is Teddy a real-life intern at Astragon, and can he be lost at sea? I'm not sure. I don't want to get involved with Teddy. I don't know. Yep, the update is on the default branch. Awesome, that's good. I do love an early access game, don't you? I like an early access game that is looked after by the developers and the publishers, and it really does seem this is their first content update. No paid for DLC, of course, is part of the early access. So it's nice. I always like having a few early access games in my library because I think if you have a handful at one time or another, they're all doing updates, so it almost feels like you've got a fresh game. Like if you've already played this game with the original ships, yeah, this is a really good reason to jump back in and give feedback, of course, on what you're playing. Yeah. Lawler's currently downloading the update. Awesome. Yes, that's a good one. Yeah, so for info, the Willy bulk comes at level 8. The Nordic Duchess, I call her a princess, level 15, and the Big Trip is level 20. Awesome. Yeah, so you're not going to... Well, unless you come in like I did and just go into quick play, then you can get hold of the ships very, very easily. But yeah, there is a career to be had in the game. So obviously you're gonna unlock. Let me just check Discord. 2 seconds. I've got lots of questions. Yeah, we've got some good questions. Nice. That's good. Yeah, so we'll get... thank you, Jonna, and Mike as well. Yeah, brilliant. Right, I'll just finish this little bit, and then we'll get on with the bulk container, and I'll try and stay focused on that, but obviously I want to talk to Photius as well. It's going to be hard. But yeah, again, a lovely sense of scale. I mean, look at the humans standing there. Look, no, is that no, it's a bollard. I thought it was a very tiny human. These people look like ants. Oh, they are ants. Right, let's do some fast travel just to get me out and about. This will get us out of the port anyway. Yep, keep them questions coming because Photius is going to come in a minute. It's night time, so let's put some lights on. The inner lights already on. The outer lights. And we've got signal lights as well. I'm not sure where the signal lights actually are, because I'm putting... Are they up the top? Not sure. But look at the lights on the ship. It looks cozy, doesn't it? Like I say, this is not going to be a cozy job. This is going to be cold, a lot of manual labour, a lot of work, a lot of shift time. So in real life, I think they'd laugh at me if I said, "Oh, your job's a bit cozy, isn't it?" But in a video game, it looks cozy. And look at the water. Look at the water. It looks real, doesn't it? Very, very cool. I like the rear of the ship as well. That looks cool. So, what do you think so far? We've been playing now for an hour or so. I always like to ask, what do you think so far? And you've got things to interact with as well, like you've got the view map, the radar, lots of things to interact with. You've got you can do the lights from here as well, so you don't need to go to that radial dial. You can dock, you can put your anchor down as well. Shall we see whether the anchor is actually working? Because what we could do is we could press the anchor button and then very quickly go out to there. Should we do that and then go to the other ship? Because I've showed you the main element of gameplay of this one, haven't I? Let's do that. Right, ready everyone? Press anchor. I don't think it's visual, but it might only be on this ship, so we will still ask Photius about that. So that's how to put the handbrake on, basically. And over on the right there, just to the map, you can see it's red. When it's red, your anchor's down. When it's amber, it's coming up. or going down. And when there's no icon there, that means that there's no anchor. Right, okay, so let's end this. And I think we'll get... Shall we get Photius in? It's 3:17. Let's get him in. He's got a busy afternoon. I know he's still developing this afternoon. So we're going to get him in. So I'm going to go and call him right now on Discord. Let me have a look. Make sure I can do this properly. Hopefully he'll answer. He might not answer. Can you imagine? Right, here we go. Hello, Photius. Hello, Photius.
Hello.
How are you?
Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? Oh, God.
Yes, I can.
Oh, you can. Oh, that was good. Okay. How are you? All right?
I'm fine, thank you. Yeah.
Are you ready for your webcam?
I am indeed, yes.
Okay. There we go. Right, everyone say hello to Photius. He's the lead well, you tell us what you do in the game, Photius. You tell us in your own words.
Sure, sure. I'm the lead level designer for Astragon Development, the development studio behind Seafarer, the ship sim. And basically I'm responsible for anything level related, so the world, harbors, but also the jobs or missions, as you want to call them, things like that. Also weather and a few other systems, but yeah, that's the bulk of my job.
Is it a fun game to develop? Are you enjoying yourself?
Oh yes, definitely. Yeah, some people would say, "Wow, it's a ship simulator. Does it have so much things to do?" But yes, like the depth you could go in designing such a game, it's really great, and I love being a part of it.
And did you know much about ships before you did this game? And do you know a lot about ships now?
I definitely know a lot more now. I have to say I grew up in the Greek city of Thessaloniki, which is a harbor.
Oh.
And basically I was just seeing ships and water every day of my life.
Okay.
And now, whenever my parents send me photos and stuff, I can now tell them, "Oh, this ship is like."
And I bet they love that, don't they? I bet they really appreciate that. Yeah. So it's almost come full circle for you then.
Yeah, definitely. It was very nice.
It's cool. Well, I love the game. You know, I'm a massive fan of the game, and I think it's got a great following. And like we said at the start, this is your first sort of content drop for the game, and hopefully it will be well received. There's actually, for the first content drop, there's actually quite a bit here, isn't there? Why did you decide to do so much? Did you want to do a big first update rather than drip feed?
Well, yeah, it's a big update, all right. It's like maybe literally a big update, as we are now pushing all our biggest ships of the fleet there with Wheelie, Big Trip, and Nordic Duchess.
Yeah.
Basically, we wanted to have more or less a theme for the update, which is like the Crescent Port Logistics function. It's about the cargo, transportation, and working life. So, of course, like containers we have seen before in a much smaller scale with
much smaller
the ferry, but also in addition, like to bulk and LNG, it definitely feels now more complete in sense of the cargo operations in the harbor.
And of course, with any game, people want the biggest ships, the biggest cars, the best planes. They want the big stuff, don't they? So you've gone straight in and hopefully given the players what they want.
Yeah, sure. Like also, Big Trip was in the beginning to see in our trailers, and of course, it was the thing we were most excited about, like getting this huge ship outside, like giving the people the sense of scale, like how big is this ship and how small like the little people on it are. So it definitely was something we wanted to get out as soon as possible.
No, I think the sense of scale is definitely absolutely spot on. You really do feel like you're controlling something absolutely huge in comparison to, say, the small little patrol boat. There's such a difference that, regardless of how you want to play or what you fancy doing, there's something for everyone now, isn't there?
Yes, and it's one of our core philosophies. Let's say that. Of course, it's like a working sim, and for now, you might say there is more focus on the cargo operations, but you can just drive around with your small inflatable boat or rigid, or with a police boat or firefighting, but also on the same time tug. So there's a lot of stuff to do, and I'm really happy reading the comments in Discord and following up on some discussions with people writing things like, "Oh, I love loading containers," and some others like, "Yeah, maybe, but I like driving around a little bit more." And there's everything for everybody to do.
Yeah, and that's what we were talking about in the stream today. Actually, the amount of just potential the game's got for you to take all these different disciplines in all sorts of different in different sort of areas. It must be a blessing and a curse maybe for a developer, because you've got so much that you can do and so much that you need to do. There's a real choice there, isn't there?
For sure. I also read now the question in the chat.
Yeah, I'm going to read some out to you. Yeah,
how is it to balance between like gameplay and realism? It's indeed hard, but it's also like one of the good things we're doing in early access. We're getting a lot of feedback from players who maybe just want like different kinds of experiences, or even players who have real world experience working in such conditions. So it's great for us to gather data and then enhance gameplay accordingly.
Excellent. Right, let's read out some questions. Okay, so the first one, it doesn't say who these questions are from, but it's either the Astragon chat or the GameTechUK chat. Are we ever going to be able to paint and customize our ships, i.e. names of the ship, paint colors, etc.? And what can we expect in terms of ship customization? A really good question, actually.
Yeah, so that was the nice question, especially because things like that can be found usually in our public Trello board, where our current roadmap is to be seen, and also players can just go there and upvote or even suggest new features. And one of them is called Vessel Editor, currently in development. And so ship customization is one of the first things.
So we can call it Boaty McBoatface, or whatever we want to call it.
I don't know if you can name it that a long name, but probably why not?
Yeah. And another question, this was as we were going through, when we were loading up the big trip, how are you going to find these containers on your ship so you can lock them and lash them down? But as I understand it, I've only played it in quick play so far, but you don't need to lash down the ones that are in the big trip, is that correct? And if so, why?
Yes, that's right. So Big Trip is a huge ship, right? In total, like you could, I don't know, like load more than 1,000 containers, theoretically. And I guess just finding each little piece of twist lock and lashing would not be that fun.
It would take a while, wouldn't it?
Yes. So currently, you do not have to do this. You also see, like, if you just walk around the ship, you can find some helpful workers who are ready to take over this job for you, at least.
Okay, now, so from an immersive point of view, you've got crew that are going to do that for you.
Exactly. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so the next one. Since this update has been coming up since this has been coming up a lot with the update, if you've got a good answer for this, go for it. How is it possible that this container ship does not have bow and stern thrusters?
Yeah, so this is, well, maybe it's not so tricky one, but there were different designs from which we were inspired to make our ships. And we also wanted to have like a variety of different way to navigate. It is not in all ships of that class obvious, but many of them usually just have like trying to have more place for cargo. Do not always have both thrusters. They might have some propellers in the back that can be individually adjusted or not. In our case, this is how the design worked out in the beginning. As I'm seeing, and we're all seeing from the community, it can be definitely a bit more challenging to dock.
It can.
So, yeah, we're seeing it. I cannot say for sure if the designs of the existing ships will change, but it's something that we can take into account.
So that's how they are at the moment. I mean, you know, they're totally fine to control. It is nice to have them extra thrusters, isn't it, and a little bit more control over the ship. But yes, that's how it is at the moment. So you're not necessarily looking to change that. It may just be some ships have one, some have three.
Yes.
Does the game simulate accidents at sea where you lose containers overboard? Yeah, you know, if the dynamic weather and waves, is that something that you're looking at? I know at the moment you don't get overboard containers, but is that something that you've either thought about or hoped to put in?
I think that's an excellent bridge to also talk a bit about the event system, which is coming now with this release. So now, while you're traveling on the seas, there can be some things happening, like you get a distress signal from somebody, or the tide guard may call you. And currently we just have like 3 types of events that can happen.
Yep.
One, I don't know if should I spoil them, but I can say, like,
I have mentioned at the start, I did read out that you've got the debris, you've got the taking pictures for people, and you've got distress ships.
Yeah. For example, like somebody's engine broke down, and if you have enough like resource and materials on your ship, then you can just go on board and help them fix their engine.
Yeah.
And go on the way. So this, in my opinion, makes the world out and a lot more livable. Like seeing the world come to life, update by update, it's a very rewarding feeling also for us. And for sure, there are also a lot of ideas in development, a lot of different scenarios of things that might happen in the water. Sadly, I cannot say anything specifically about containers falling aboard.
Yeah, you don't want to give everything away.
But yeah, we're working on it. This is just the beginning.
Because, like I said earlier, you know, before, just going from one destination to another is a lovely long journey, but now it's going to be changed up with things that are possibly going to happen, you know, like we said, you know, finding debris that you've got to report, or helping another ship. So that's just going to make the journeys more interesting. Have you got ideas in the back of your head about how you're going to either expand those events or add others?
Well, yes, it's for sure. Like it's you have to also imagine, like, we're now in early access, so we're seeing currently like a very small portion of the game that is maybe designed or planned ahead, and you can see it also in the roadmap, like how many things are in development or how
Yeah.
many things are coming for the future updates. And in like a next step, there's a lot more ideas coming from everybody in the team, or every team
Yeah. Yeah.
in the studio.
I suppose the more
Hey,
people
this would be
play, yeah,
cool
the
to
more
do this.
ideas
Yeah.
there are.
Yes, and I think that's also nice because in the sea anything can happen, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So there is almost an infinite possibility of things that we can implement.
I'm trying to stay focused on you and keep the stream moving by playing with the big Willy as well. So just bear with me. Okay. Are there any bigger ships? Someone said in the stream they've got a feeling that this isn't going to be the end of the big ships. Are there bigger ships that you've got planned, or for now, as part of the early access, this is as big as it's going to get?
So the latter is true. Like the big trip is our biggest ship
Okay.
right now.
Which is
But
fair enough anyway. It's huge, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like you can see, it's very almost hard to steer in the huge harbors that we have. Basically, having, I think, like a much bigger ship, that big trip would mean to expand the map, which is already huge in terms of game worlds.
Okay. Are there pirates that try to board the ship? Or is that something that is a possibility?
Well, pirates, as you know, like or at least the region the game is based on is the North and Baltic Sea.
Yeah.
Luckily, we don't have as much piracy.
No. No.
So
No, they're not. They're not there, are they?
not really. But if somebody plays through the campaign,
Yeah.
there might be some, let's say, bad people meddling
Oh, okay.
your
Okay.
jobs.
That's interesting. Okay. Another quick fire one for you. What's been your favourite thing to develop or work on so far?
So maybe I think it has to be either the event system or the map itself.
Yeah.
So there are also changes planned for both of these things, and it's like I said before, for me, it was very important from the beginning that the world feels like a world where you can see that geographically maybe it makes sense, but also on the same time it allows for a lot of different gameplays, a lot of different behaviors, and that people can players can either take a job which lasts shorter time, or they can even just take long routes. And yeah, like designing this part, and also the things that can happen while traveling this world. We also have like a fair amount of lore.
Yep.
Which is not directly obvious when you're playing the game, but there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, and I think that was the one thing I like the most.
And do you think that will come out more as the game evolves, that this sort of lore
Yes.
and the different ports, it will come out more?
Yes, certainly. So
Yeah.
now we're just in the beginning of early access. We're just getting out the first, the different types of work that you can do, but how each of them can then evolve or fit a narrative, then that's all things to come.
And I think you've done really well, the whole team, with creating a believable world. I mean, just here, this one scene We've got trucks coming in to the dock. We've got larger boats, smaller boats, all feeling like there's a living, breathing area, a world, and I think that's really cool. So I really like what you've done there.
Thank you.
Okay. How many levels do we need to buy the ships? I think I did read it out, but could you just refresh people's memory what level you need to be? Is the Big Willy the easiest one to unlock?
From the 3 ships coming out with update 1, yes, Will is the first one. I think at
15?
level 8.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
And then you have level 15, I think, the Nordic Duchess, and then finally, it has to be like a big reward of reaching the level cap for this part of the early access at level 20.
Yeah.
You can buy the big trip.
But you can try them like I did in quick play if you just want to have a go.
Yes.
Any whales or dolphins? I think in your trailer there is some. So are there any wildlife and collectibles that you can find in the world?
There is wildlife. Yes. So if you're like, of course, if you're fast traveling, you might not.
Yeah.
see it, but there are a lot of spots where you can find whales or even seals chilling at the beach bank. And about collectibles, we don't currently have collectibles in the sense that you find coins
No,
in the
no.
world and you have to cling gather them. But there are a lot of let's say points of interest that you can explore.
Yeah, that's cool. There's a ship called Willy, which we're doing at the moment. What does that transport?
So this one, maybe people can already see it from the stream, but it's a bulk cargo carrier. So granulates, so things like currently we have in game iron ore or coal or sand is one of the some of the things that you can transport.
Someone in my
These
stream
huge
just come up with a really good point, actually, Biggie, who said, will there be multi-drops? Because that could really make sort of the feeling of the length of the journey. You know, you've got so much to take here and so much to take there. A multi-drop, something you're thinking about?
Yes, definitely. So currently, you can have sorry, just one. You can transport one type of bulk cargo.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are considering in the future, like, because it's a huge ship, right? Usually you do not hire a whole crew with a whole ship just to transport one hatch filled of something.
Yeah, yeah.
So this is definitely in one of our plans. Also, for example, in the Nordic Duchess, with LNG, it's already possible to, in a harder level. Did I sleep before saying level 20, the camp, level 25? Anyway, yeah, basically, the mini game also is making much more sense when you connect 3 pipes and then you have at the same time to like manage all of them.
Okay, so there is a scenario already in the game where you have to connect more than one pipe.
Yes.
Oh, fantastic! Yeah. Okay. And then you're constantly controlling all 3 of them to make sure they don't go into the red. Oh, I got that. That makes a lot more sense now. Yeah. That's cool. This is a good one and an important one. How long is the game likely to be in early access, and is there likely to be a console release? Now, a lot of people will be asking this question.
Yeah. I know that I would love to be able to answer, but these are things that you can also find in our roadmap. And also there's some infos in the FAQ on the Seafarer site.
Okay. But tell me now, while everyone's watching, have you got an idea of the length for early access? Is that written down?
So we want to have, in the end, as a polished game as possible, as much a polished game as
Of
possible.
course, yeah, that's what early access is all about, isn't it?
But we also know that we cannot like take it for another how many years? I don't know.
No.
So I think basically, if possible, sometime within the next year, but it's a dynamic development.
Of course, yeah. I'm not asking you to pinpoint, but it's nice to hear it from you. And what's the information in the FAQ about console? Is it put forward as a possibility?
I would say as long as there is a market for it, there definitely is.
Oh, I think there's definitely a market for it. Yeah, without a doubt. Console players would absolutely love this, I feel. Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. Can you run out of fuel? These are questions throughout the stream. So can you run out of fuel?
Yeah, definitely can. Not in quick play, as you showed before. But yeah, while in the single player mode or in the career mode, you have to constantly be aware of your fuel levels, and then each time you are in the harbor, retank, because you can basically get stranded in the middle of the ocean, and the only way out would be to call the sea rescue.
And that would take you to the nearest port, wouldn't it?
Yes.
But maybe not the port of your choice or where you want to be, but it'll take you there. Okay. Are there random storms? And can you sink? I don't think you can sink at the moment. Is that maybe something you've got planned?
Yes, sinking is not possible at the moment.
No.
There would be a lot of things involved with sinking and physics. But I know that it's one of the most upvoted
is it really?
suggestions in the Discord.
Video game players, eh? You give them a ship, and the first thing they want to do is sink it.
It would look cool, right?
It would, yeah. I suppose, like you say, there's physics to how it would actually go down, wasn't there?
Yeah. But there are storms, and also one of the other things which is quite a lot, gathered a lot of attention, was like getting bigger waves and harsher storms. Yeah. Every now and then.
Yeah, not all the time. So are you gonna try and create bigger waves?
Yeah, we'll see. Like, it has to be balanced a lot for sure, because already if you try to go out with one of the smallest ships, then basically you can not get stuck, but hardly navigate with the harsh weather.
Yeah.
So we definitely don't want to block somebody from playing. If it ever happens, then it has to happen in a structured way, so that maybe there is a weather report warning you, hey, don't go outside. It might be dangerous.
Exactly, yeah. And the thing that I like about this game is the fact that you have got these main missions that come along, and you can script more events into them as well as the everyday stuff. You've got control over the mission type and the mission story, so you can take that where you want, can't you? You could have something that sinks or that you're trying not to sink.
Yes, or at least we have like an in-house scripting tool. Which allows us basically to create a lot of different scenarios based on the same building blocks of gameplay. So theoretically there could be like a boat size capping or something, but it would be in the first it would be an animation.
Yeah.
And I think the technical challenge and what everybody wants to see would be like a physics-based sinking mechanic.
Yeah.
Which would be a whole other topic.
I suppose, like you said before, and like we both said before, it's so easy to get carried away. You have to stick to your early access journey, which you would have mapped out probably before, a long time before now. It's not a luck thing, it's a written down, we need to follow this direction. And I suppose as you get players upvoting different options is when, okay, let's do this before that. But generally, you know what the early access period is going to look like. You can't just chuck in these big events just because people want them, I suppose.
Yes, so we we have to balance it out a little bit, for sure. Like if there are some things that from our side are very very low priority, and from the community are like the absolute must. We have also planned some like, buffer time periods throughout early access when we can address this community feedback.
Yeah.
So it always makes sense to suggest and be active, like play the game, get us your suggestions. We read them all. We try to, and yeah, we have to stick to a plan and something that makes sense for the entirety of the game.
Yeah.
So, for example, like bulk LNG was something that we have planned out from the beginning. We absolutely wanted to have it there, and we also wanted to base some missions that can come in the future on these gameplays. So these ones will not be, let's say, postponed for other things. But
yeah, you're not going to put things in front of things for no reason.
Yeah, but we're also actively looking at community feedback, and also if it's a feature that many of us had in our minds for a long time, then we can suggest, talk it out, and then realize at some point.
The very fact that this update has been about the big ships, does that give us a clue as to not what the next update will be, but will they be more themed like this, or was this just important to you to get some bigger ships out, and the next updates might be varied with what you do? Or is it a hint that, yeah, okay, this one is themed around the big ships, the next one is going to themed about such and such?
Yes, and if you currently look on our Trello board or even in the Steam page, you can see that the next update is called the Rescue update.
Okay.
So, like, there is a lot of cool things coming to our Tide Guard faction, and yeah, we're working hard on it currently.
Cool. Well, I think, is there anything else you want to talk about, Photius?
Maybe I think there was maybe a cool other thing that came with this update is our new challenge system, or basically a way to track your progress.
Yes.
Like if one opens the tablet menu now, they can under users progress track their progress in the game. And
I'm going to go in there now and show it actually while you're talking about it.
Oh, that would be great. Yeah. And I think it makes a lot more clear and gives great incentive for players who want to unlock more things in the game, or cosmetics, or customization options. It's basically a new system that everybody can have as a companion to their journey.
And that's in progress, isn't it? It's in the user and in progress.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's
so I'm looking at it now. So we've got the
now.
campaign, we've got the different Crescent Port logistics, Tide Guard, vessels. Yeah, so almost like an achievement page, really, isn't it? It gives you an idea of where you are in the game.
Yes. But a lot more detail, for sure.
Yeah, like points of interest, for example, I've only got 2 out of all of them, out of 6, and they're nicely blurred out, so I can't really see what they are, which is good. Oh, there's one called Pirate City. Very interesting. But yeah, so I think we've flushed everything out. We've tried to show everything that I could in terms of gameplay, and I was trying to do some gameplay whilst talking to you, but I wanted to stay focused on what we were talking about. So I showed a little bit of the wheelie unloading of the coal or gravel, whatever that was. But yeah, anything else that you want to put forward before we sign off?
I have to say, I'm very excited about this new update. I'm very excited about looking at everybody's experiences and comments, and how the journey will evolve from now on. And I want to thank you also, Jason,
Yeah, no problem. I've
for the
enjoyed
lovely
it.
stream. It's always nice to be together on the stage.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's about it.
That's it. Well, thank you very much for spending some of your time with me there, Photius. I know you got a busy day developing, but yes, very, very nice to speak to you. And yeah, I'm sure we will speak again in the future. See you later, Photius.
See you around.
See you later. So that is it, everyone. Thank you very much for watching, whether you're on the Astragon YouTube channel or indeed mine, GameTechUK. Now the stream's ended, you're more than welcome to put comments into the comment section below. Let us know if you're enjoying the game, and also don't forget to wishlist it. That really does help the developers. But again, thank you to Astragon for sponsoring the stream. Thank you to Photius for coming in and all the help behind the scenes as well, collating those questions. That is it, everyone. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next one.